What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to P&Q, the question and answer series where you get to ask me questions or put comments to me and to which I respond to you the following week. Now there's 4 ways of doing this. Comments or questions down below as usual, or email for an anonymous response to miniwarzone@gmail.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. Or if you ask a question in a video and I pick that up, I can use that here as well. Or in person if someone asks me a question in person or raises a topic and I think, that'd be good to talk about on P&Q, then I could do that on here as well. That said, I've only got comments from last week's video, so no emails or videos or anybody meeting me in person, although I'm going to be seeing and chatting a few people soon in the near future, and if I remember, I can get some topics of conversation from them. But anyway, enough of that jibber jabber. Let's start with these comments. They're on 3 pages, so you know it's quite a nice, what I consider a healthy P&Q episode. So we're starting with Super Wargamer. Before we do that, a sip of Builder's tea. Oh, there we go. Who says, what do you think of the new Necron model from Forge World? Necron construct, lol, not the Cryptek. So last week he said about asking me my thoughts on the new Necron model, which I assumed he meant the Cryptek, and I gave my opinions on that. I didn't know about the Forge World one, but I did have a quick look at it, and I have to say it looks amazing, absolutely amazing. It looks really, really cool. And if I was currently, because I go through phases, you see. If I was currently in the Necron phase, I'd be thinking, I might consider getting that. But as it stands, no, but it does look super, super cool. And if anybody else hasn't seen it yet, go check it out, the Forge World. Necron construct looks amazing. Battles in a Blue Shed is next, who says, great P&Q. Thank you very much. Question, now you have painted Magnus, are you tempted to do another Primarch and or the Forge World Horus Heresy Primarchs? I'm tempted to do, well, let's be honest, I'm tempted to paint any model, really, to be truthful. Probably not so much the Forge World Horus Heresy Primarchs because of the price. That said, never say never, that's my motto, or one of my mottos, because you never know, things come up, and who knows the future, right? I am tempted to do another Primarch. I'd like to do Mortarion though, although he's not Forge World, but so that I could get my Nurgle army underway. And I don't have a Tzeentch army yet for Magnus, but he was just like a one-off. I just got to paint that model. Do you ever get that sometimes? You know, you just gotta paint that model sometimes, even though he's nothing to do with your armies or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I am tempted to paint other Primarchs. Forge World, not so much because of the price, but I'd love to. That's not, like I say though, never say never. I mean, there is some Forge World stuff I'd like to get my hands on, like the aforementioned Necron construct, for example. But yeah, Mortarion would be my next Primarch of choice, preferably, because he would fit well into my my new Nurgle army that isn't even finished yet, but needs to be finished, I know. Thank you for your question. Battles in a Blue Shed. Big McDan Skull is next, who says, after Nick's question about Monkey, it occurred to me that I've just started watching Star Trek The Next Generation again. Do you often go back to older TV shows and rewatch them from the beginning? Now, we're talking about Monkey, the original TV series, Monkey Magic. You guys must know that one. And the funny thing is, I'm in the process of watching The Next Generation at the moment. We use Monday nights to watch Next Generation. See, every night of the week we watch a different series. Let's see, currently Mondays is Star Trek Next Generation. Tuesdays is Teen Wolf. Wednesdays is CSI, the original CSI. Thursdays is CSI New York. Fridays, which today is because I record these on a Friday, it's probably, well, it's turning into games night now. So more often than not, we either play games or just talk as a family, which is good. If you don't do that, I encourage people to do that more. Just sit down and talk to one another. Like I say, sometimes we play board games now, but it was also a time for either watching a film or a couple of episodes of anything. But we've got the weekend to get films out of the way and that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, we're catching up on Teen Wolf like mad, so you can fit one of those in. Sometimes we're watching the odd episode of The New Monkey, which, as I've talked about before, I like it, it's good, but it's not Monkey. To me, it's not Monkey, but yeah, it's good, it's alright, it's not bad. Could be a lot better, but it's not bad. I'll tell you my main criticism with this. I'll try not to do this, but I'll tell you my main criticism with The New Monkey thus far, and I haven't watched that many episodes, but I watched a fair few, is there's not enough fighting in it. And when I was a kid, the original TV series, it was the fighting, or the over-exaggerated fighting techniques that got me excited as a child, and what it inspired, the playground school games of Monkey to go ahead. But there's not enough fighting in it. It's too much talking and magic and too much mental stuff. But yeah. So yes, I do go back to watch older TV shows to answer your question, Big Mick Danskull. Thank you for your question. So let's go on to the next one. Sip of tea time. Weather's not so good here today. We've had a few days of blistering sunshine. It's been amazing. But now it's like looking stormy ahead and overhead, I should say. Yeah, it's looking stormy now, and you can feel it in the air. You can just feel it. And I hope it hurries up and comes and breaks, because I want a nice weekend. Anyway, enough of that. Sidetrack here. William Kuby says, you had a thing on ice cream and filling saucers? And is a Carville store near us and other ice cream? I don't know about Carville stores. Red Green 09 is my other YouTube channel. See my videos. I didn't know you had another YouTube channel. So people, check out Red Green 09. Sorry, it's a Massapequa thing, but one best place to go. Good food on Long Island. Got to get back one day. McD's okay, but All American Burger better. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about... Yeah, it probably is. But Red Green 09, check out that. I'm considering another YouTube channel for a different genre altogether. But I'm still... in fact, next time, I'm thinking of doing a collaboration with someone else, and I'm going to be in talks with them soon, I hope. We've started making arrangements to meet up and talk it over. So... I've also managed to collar them into a game of Space Hulk whilst they come over, because, they're into the gaming thing as well. Just not as much as myself. So thank you for that. Basic miniature painting is next. I've still got these glasses, like these varifocal glasses, so I can read and look at the screen at the same time. Basic miniature painting is next. It says, really great P&Q, Pete. Keep up the great work. A question. When is your lovely wife's second book coming out? Well, today is Friday. Today, she just finished draft 3. I'm currently editing draft 4. I don't know, but I think by the end of the summer it should be out in one format or another. I should think by the end of the summer. I'm going to say the end of the summer, as a kind of ballpark estimation. So we'll say that. Yeah, so, those of you who don't know, my wife is a writer. She writes books. She's on her second book. First one, Night of Failure, is already out. It's got quite a good reception from many people in many different areas. In fact, there was a critic that came back and had good things to say about it only the other day, a few days ago. A contact from my old English teacher, who knows a literary critic, and was like, she couldn't put it down apparently. So yeah, so that's good. That's all good feedback. But yes, so I'm going to say end of the summer, but don't shoot me if it's not. But I'm going to say end of the summer, this summer. Thank you for your question, Basic Miniature Painting. Right, 2 left. So Capitan Morgan's War Games. She says, great P&Q, Pete. Thank you very much. Right, my question regards Magnus the Red. He spawns quite a bit of topics, doesn't he? Like, oops, sorry, I'm knocking the camera there. My camera's on the tripod over there, quite a way away. I got my shoes on. I take my shoes off, you see, because I like to go barefoot as much as possible. Just what I'm used to. And yes, I just knocked my shoe, knocked the tripod, so the camera wobbled a bit. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. It says, right, my question regards Magnus the Red. What do you think of the rule changes to him from Index to Codex? Now, I'm afraid that's an area I have no knowledge of, because I don't have a Zinch army. I don't play a Zinch army. I don't have the Chaos Codex, so I can't comment on that. So I don't know what the rule changes are. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. I don't know. I can only guess. Anything I say will be just guessing, and I don't like to guess too much on that sort of thing. Whether he's cheaper or dearer, I don't know, or what other rules he may have or have taken away, I don't know. But I'd be intrigued to find out. So thank you for the question, although I couldn't answer it, so I'm very sorry about that. Right, last but not least, we have Edic Beer 40k. He says, nice one, Pete. Yeah, I just watched Cobra Kai, really enjoyed it. It's great, isn't it? Have you tried solo gaming for 40k, as you're struggling for people to play? How about Mrs. Mini Warzone playing it with you? I haven't tried solo gaming for 40k. I've never given 40k any thought with regard to solo play. I don't know. It's something I could try. Definitely, I could try it. Maybe I could even come up with some, I don't know, unique mechanics to help to aid in the solo play, to give it a bit of a random feel. I don't know. I've never considered that. Right, how about Mrs. Mini Warzone playing it with you? She has played it with me before, a long time ago. And what put her off was, because this is back in 7th edition, she enjoyed it. She loved the rolling of dice and moving the little men around and, killing things and whatever. But she hated the whole plethora of rules. Flicking through books. So it might be better now with 8th edition being a bit more streamlined. We could play simple games, perhaps little skirmish. Never thought that. I mean, Mrs. Mini Warzone likes games like Zombicide, of course. She's even played Space Hulk before. Games like that, Mice and Mystics, the board game type stuff, and of course, traditional board games. She keeps threatening she will play Necromunda with me at some point, so I'm holding her to that. It's just time factor with Mrs. Mini Warzone because she's really busy. Now, a friend of mine who I'm contacting about doing a collaboration channel on a different topic, completely different genre altogether. He's also into gaming. So, and I'm seeing him soon. He was talking about we could perhaps because he jumped at the idea of playing Space Hulk. So he said perhaps we could do something on a regular basis. So who knows, the future might get a regular opponent in there, which would be nice. But trying to get someone into 40k, it's like trying to get someone to buy a house, isn't it? Because it's a lot of outlay. It really is. And then there's the time, and there's the money, there's the time. Not just in painting it, but learning all the rules. I don't know. I'm going to do it subtly and slowly. Maybe Space Hulk could be, the beginning of it. I don't know. But I'd certainly like to give it a go. But yeah, I'll think about solo gaming for 40k. I obviously it's not going to be as good. But who knows? I might give it a go and then offer my thoughts on it, because it might help other people who may be in a similar situation as myself, regarding finding it difficult to get, a regular opponent for 40k. What I'm after is someone I can play 40k with who doesn't mind being filmed and going on the channel. It seems like nothing to us, because we're used to being on camera. We think, that's no big deal. Why would anybody not want to be on it? But it's remarkable the number of people who don't want to be in front of a camera. I suppose you could start just by getting them to talk in the background. Or maybe just see their hands moving on. That might be it, and just keep their face out of it. I'll try. I'll be as subtle as I can. But yeah, so solo wargaming. A lot of people I know do solo wargaming and solo gaming, but the games that they seem more suited to it. But they do come up with unique little solo mechanics that they throw in to help give it a bit of more random, almost like you're playing against a system, a bit like Zombicide does, because you can play that game solo. You are playing against the system, whether you're playing with other people or not. It's the same mechanic, and it feels like you're playing, like an AI almost. It is very, very well done. Nothing random about that though. So, but it does feel like the game is trying to, the game is trying to beat you and kill you. So it's very much a game of survival. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities out there. If anybody's got any thoughts on solo wargaming, please throw them in. I'll do a video on it, or just, chuck me a link to a video where you've done it or something, because it's something I want to think about, definitely have a go at least. So yeah, who knows? Maybe. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for your question, Nick. That's all the questions. So thank you very much for that. It's a blast as always. So remember, I record these on a Friday and they go up on a Monday, every Monday without fail. We must be approaching the 200 mark soon, so I'm looking forward to that. I might have a pizza to celebrate, who knows. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now, folks. Bye.